Good morning, boys and girls. Mr. Robinson here, back with you for another day, reading our chapter book, Zoey and Sassafras, Dragons and Marshmallows. Yesterday, we talked about the doorbell, Zoey seeing the doorbell. Before that, chapter 3 talked about Pip. We already know who Pip was. Pip was the magical or glowing frog. And then he was that frog that was in the mystery photo, followed by that was first the Bug Circus. So today we are going to talk about the barn. The barn, that's right, the barn. So right now what I want you to do is I want you to take this moment, pause the video, and I want you to give me, tell me, what do you think is getting ready to take place? What's your prediction? What's getting ready to take place in this chapter? What about the barn? Tell me about the barn. What do you think is getting ready to happen in the barn? What is she going to find? Is it going to be something special? So like I say, take this minute, give a prediction, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and read. It says, Mom opened the door and we stepped inside. The barn felt different, magical. It was like I'd never seen it before. Now I knew it held secrets. These cabinets hold the medical supplies I've gathered over the years, Mom said. And over here are some books that you might find helpful. There aren't any books about magical animals, but you'll find that magical creatures and everyday animals are often similar. Once I had a sick winged fox, and it helped to read about both birds and foxes. Sometimes you'll need to run an experiment to figure out what the animal needs or what will work best. You can look through my old science journals over there to get a better idea of what I'm talking about. My heart beat faster. As soon as she was done with the tour, I was heading straight for those journals. My breath caught. There'd be more magical photos in there. I could hardly wait to see them. I interrupted her. So, if I hear the bell, I run out here, right? And the animals will be at the back door. And I bring it inside and try to figure out what's wrong. Mom nodded. Some of the animals can speak, like Pip, but most can't. Remember, you can use the books and my old journals to help you. This must seem like a lot of responsibility, but I know you'll do your best. Do you have any questions? My mind was spinning, but I shook my head no. If Mom believed I could handle this, I could. I hoped. And if things got too tricky, I could ask Dad to help. Wait a minute. Mom hadn't mentioned Dad at all. That was definitely strange. What about Dad? Can't he help me? Your father can't see any of the magical animals. Until you saw Pip in that photo, I thought I was the only human who could see them. Mom shook her head sadly. I tried to introduce Pip to your dad once, but he couldn't see him or hear him. Whoa, so this was definitely all up to me. Mom kissed me on the head. I've got to go. But I'll see you in a week. I'll let Dad know you're out here before I leave. Wait, I piped up. If a magical creature comes, do I get to take its picture? I was pretty sure that one of the best parts of this whole thing was going to be collecting magic photos. Mom laughed and opened one of her desk drawers. Here's my camera. You're free to use it, but since it's an instant film, you can't take too many photos or it'll get really expensive. Only take one of each animal, okay? Oh, and here, she dug around at the bottom of the drawer. A brand new science journal just for you. I wrapped my arms around my mom and gave her a big squeeze. I was glad to have the stuff in all the cabinets and drawers and my mom's old science journals to distract me. It made saying goodbye much easier. I set my thinking goggles on the barn desk and grabbed the pile of science notebooks. I spent the next few hours with Sassafras curled up in my lap as I flipped through all of them. The photos were so incredible. I flipped to a page with a creature that looked like a flower. I leaned in for a closer look, and the scent of roses filled my nose. A few pages later, I found a photo of something fluffy and blue that was shaped like a snake. I brushed my fingers over the photo, and I could feel its soft feathers. This was going to be so much fun. I could hardly wait to see what creature I get to meet first. This ends our chapter read today. Tomorrow we will go into the doorbell rings. The doorbell rings, so stay tuned for that. Look forward to it tomorrow. Now, you guys already know, at the end of every read aloud, I have, you guessed it, questions. So, question number 1 today is, what was in the barn? I want you to tell me, I want you to write down, what was in the barn? Question number 2, did Zoe's dad meet Pip? Did Zoe's dad meet Pip? I want you to explain that answer. Remember, yes, no is not an acceptable answer. If you tell me yes, I want you to explain. Yes, because, or no, because. Question number 3, what did Zoe do with the journals? So when she got the journals, what did she do? Remember, I do not want any one phrase, I don't want a one word answer. I want you to explain it to me. Tell me. Give me a complete sentence. Okay? And then finally, those are all my questions. Now, my final thing is the challenge for today. The challenge for today is to find a photo of something that is cool to you and write about it. So that's the challenge for today. Look around the house. Find a photo that is cool to you. Something that's like, that draws you like, oh my God, I love this photo. Find it, and I want you to write about it. But remember, give details. Thank you for joining Mr. Robinson's Read Aloud. I will see you guys tomorrow.